The Roundtable.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the Roundtable.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility, gentlemen. Always civility.
Oh, that's
My
mean
heart
too.
grew
Wait,
3 sizes
what are we
smaller that
doing?
day.
Why?
I'm sorry.
He's gonna be mean about her dad and fucking dad.
My dad died years ago, and it's going to happen to us all, and God bless America.
My dad's never gonna die. He's a police officer.
That's right. Okay, that's the prayer?
That's the prayer, yes.
Wow. All right. Welcome to the Roundtable of Gentlemen, everybody. What an exciting time it's going to be. Jackie Zebrowski is here.
Feed the world. Man, they don't fucking know it's Christmas. They don't got TVs. The only way you know it's Christmas, you watch Charlie Brown Christmas. Everybody knows that.
That's right. And a
Man.
Christmas story.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve. Only on Christmas Eve. I did just watch a whole History Channel about the 60s and Christmas, and apparently it's gone to shit since then.
Really,
So-
the History Channel covered Christmas, huh?
Yeah, through the decades. They started with the 60s, they only saw the 60s. But apparently they were very sad after JFK got shot. So
No more Christmases after JFK got shot.
Yeah, no more aluminum trees. But they still sell them at the dollar store by my house.
But you also definitely couldn't give strawberry jam as a gift anymore because it just reminded you of Jackie Kennedy's dress.
That's right. The brain fragments and things like that.
don't understand.
Ed Larson, he's not in South Africa any longer.
Wait a second, I did decide to
Oh, he is here! Wow.
Yes.
How was the zoo?
I gotta tell you, when I went down to Africa, I was like, where's all the food at, right? Because
Yeah.
everybody's just walking around rubbing their tummies like they're hungry, right?
I think it's on top of the pots, on top of the naked women's heads.
Yeah, it is. Because that's what I was grabbing at.
Did you enjoy the safari?
No, it was too loud.
It was loud.
The car was too small because my butt's too big.
Yeah,
I couldn't get into the houses there because they're too big. I'm too big.
That's the thing.
I'm just too big.
Apparently, he wouldn't fit in any of the thatched huts, so he couldn't really get a good night's sleep.
No, because the problem is he goes in there and he busts out of it like he's the Kool-Aid man. No, it's me, Henry Zebrowski, replacing Ed Larson.
Oh my God! My brother's here.
Yeah.
Amber Nelson, you're with us.
Yay, hello.
That's great.
Holdenators, ho! What's that noise? Oh, it's PlayStation Network shoutouts. Ricky Poop 333 is responding to Mickey Mouse with a fives comment from the last episode. I think we're starting a little bit of a feud here. He says Mickey Mouse with a 5 can't fire shit, so suck my dick and die. Because remember, Mickey Mouse, I guess, is his boss. Said he was gonna fire him. We have a correction here. Poncho 333 called Ben a giant cock guzzler, not himself. So he's calling you a giant cock guzzler. I'm not really sure why.
Why?
Would you like to
I
respond
don't
to
know.
these allegations of being a giant
Cock guzzler?
guzzler?
I mean, I loved it.
You know, it's a politician thing. If you
Yeah.
accuse somebody of being a giant cock guzzler, they have to say the words,
I am not a giant cock guzzler.
Make them defend. Akuma 423 and Greedy Pete 6900 helped me out. We played on a team together in Rocket League, and we won one game out of 11, but man, we had a real good time. We got on the microphone. Akuma 423 is the youngest Nader at 15. If you're younger than him...
Whoa. So you're in your adult apartment, sad and 35 years old.
He was from Chicago, and the other guy was from, I think, Kentucky.
Is that legal?
No.
Okay.
No,
Yes,
I sold him drugs, and I mentally touched him.
It's fine. A man is allowed to talk to a boy.
I don't know.
Yes,
I've
a
seen
man can talk
Spotlight.
to a boy.
Oh, this is what it was. Tony Bullets had a correction to make. That Chingy song is called Balla Baby, not Powerballin'. That's what it was. Also, Mega Booster says he'd tongue punch Henry's fart box.
That's
So
right.
shouts out to Mega Booster.
Hey, man, thanks.
That's been your PlayStation Network. Shut up!
That segment has
PlayStation Network
derailed.
shout outs.
Yeah, very good.
That was tiring.
Yeah.
God damn, I can't believe I fucked that up.
Henry, you ever had a tongue in your asshole before?
No, absolutely not.
All right, Kevin, you're here too.
Yeah, I'm here, man. You know.
What do you think about Holden? You play video games. You ever talk to these teenagers?
Wait, was that the Holden? Or that was
No, that's to you, Kevin.
All right.
Because Holden, I mean, you also play the games.
Yeah, I play the game.
But you don't talk to
I
children.
don't talk to the children.
No.
You fucking tear the children's fucking asses up. Because their brains ain't developed as much as yours, so you fucking smarter and you faster, but you don't talk to them, man.
Right.
See, I think that's interesting because I thought that the kids would be a lot more focused than you would be because you're too busy thinking about your career and all your other
That's probably
bullshit.
true, man. My life is in shambles.
I mean, you have a Mickey Mouse sweatshirt on, so it's got to say something.
No, this child was very troubled. I spoke with him for minutes, and I definitely got the deep sensation that, I mean, if you're a Nader, that is like 2 steps under a juggalo, in my opinion.
I would say, like,
I appreciate all of you, so thank you for joining my fucking crew.
And there's also like a hazy middle grounds where it's like you can tell a kid that he doesn't have pube hair, so he's not stronger than you. But you can't ask a kid, "Hey, count your pube hairs. Tell me how many pube hairs do you have?"
Yeah, that's
right,
illegal. Hey, you got pube hairs at 15, right?
I've had body hair since I was like 10.
Oh, really?
I had
You were
full
that
back
kid.
hair, yeah. I had back hair before I had pubes, and then I had ass hair before I had chest hair. So literally, it was like the hair came from the back of my head, grew down my back, around my asshole,
Like a disease.
under my taint to my balls last, and then my chest got hairy.
Heroes Reborn, Thursdays,
There's
8 p.m.
8 p.m. You could see all that. And this next one, I'm going to guarantee my dick's out.
Wow.
They're still coming out with new
We
episodes.
got 3 more episodes left in the whole tank, buddy.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knows.
No. It's what everybody wants for Christmas is another canceled television show.
It's just more that the computer program, the graphics effects people need to just pick up a new system, a PlayStation 4, something like that, and find out what today's
Decisions
video game graphics
were
look like.
made. All right, and that's just how it was. And you just got to use your own goddamn
Look like
animation.
fucking Lawnmower Man.
People got shit to say about the CGI animation in Heroes Reborn can write a firm letter to NBC, but also go fuck yourself.
Whoa, shots
Is
fired.
it Christmas time at all?
No.
Do they know it's Christmas?
Do they know it's Christmas?
Kevin, how's your show going?
Oh, it was good, man. You know, we just writing the shit.
Perfect.
Getting a bunch of money, which is dope.
That's great. Did you write Holden in? Did you give Holden
Did
a
you
character?
give me a mailman part?
Remember that when you were doing Friends of the
Can
People
I
and
be-
Holden kept on being like, "Can I be in that?" And then you're like,
thing?
"No."
I could be a goofy mailman and always show up and be like, "Hey, got your mail?"
What can I do to help convince you to cast Holden? Can I tell you I'll give you $5?
That's a lot of money.
Bunch of money. I don't know, man. We're just writing it. We're probably not going to shoot the shit. You know?
I'll be a
No
fun-
one's ever going to shoot it.
I'll be a janitor or something, you know?
Hire Holden.
Hey, got your mops?
Look what he's doing. That's what America wants. That's what America craves.
Seems to be sort of a one tone though. You got your mail.
Got your mail, got your mops.
What I
Show
will
him the
say-
banker voice you do too. When you can play a banker.
Hey, I have a check I'd like you to cash, banker.
I've touched the girl.
Put him on your show.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm at Bank of America right
Thank
now.
you.
I touched her and she said, "Why me?"
Henry, put the TD Bank pens down. For
I'm
Christ's sake.
sorry. I'm sorry.
That's great.
That is a banker or a mailman.
No stealing the pins. What a lollipop.
Play the kooky black nerd.
Oh, boy. Oh, my dick's so big.
See, Kevin? Put him on the show.
Kooky.
It would be great to just cast Holden as the kooky black nerd and have him in blackface the whole season.
Kevin, you're ruining my career. Do you guys listen to hip hop? I listen to jazz.
The sky is the limit. That's great. Everyone's doing wonderful. I'm Ben Kissel, and then we got Marcus Parks. And Marcus, you have a news story?
It's not your imagination. Toronto's squirrels really are fatter this year.
Henry?
You were just in Toronto. Is there a correlation? Were you eating with the squirrels?
Nah, I just thought it was the boys.
Okay.
Is it all that poutine they're throwing out?
Is it the nuts?
Well, this fall's lingering mild weather has given the city's ubiquitous tweed-dwelling rodents more time to gorge on nuts and seeds.
Ubiquitous. No
The
reason
result,
for it.
some seriously chubby bellies. Hey, Henry?
Stop touching me. God, I'd love to see one of those fat little fucking squirrels and squeeze its little belly fat and just pop it up on my knee and just stroke it and stroke it and stroke it until it fell asleep.
Sure, you could do that with it. I love a fat squirrel, though.
Yeah?
They're the cutest of all the marmots.
Well, they're the same as rats, but they're
Different,
the same
though.
thing, but they just have a fluffy tail and wider eyes,
Well,
so you
that's-
trust them more.
And they can
Right.
get up the tree. And I feel like being very fat directly affects your ability to get up a tree, which is a squirrel mainstay.
They said that this will make them a little slower and less agile.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but city squirrels live for much longer and have no need to be more agile.
Right.
They have street smarts.
Lack of natural predators.
Yeah, and street smarts.
Street
they know how
smarts.
to get money, make money.
Do you think that if we could get
Squirrel took our jobs.
do you think if we could get a squirrel up to like 35 pounds, right? I try to max out the size of the squirrel, right, and then shave it, and then gave it to a child molester. It'll just start blowing the squirrel instead of blowing some kid.
That's a really
Well,
good
I don't
idea.
know. It is a different species.
But if you kind of shave it around and put a little hat on it, like a spinny hat, like a thing on it, and little shoes on it, maybe you. I mean, a molester at any point is hard.
Also,
forever.
so right now your policy would be fat squirrels for child molesters.
Or dogs.
Also, what you don't know is actually we don't normally see this because we don't normally see an aroused squirrel, but when they do become aroused and their penises pop out, they look just like little boy penises.
like a little boy's hard penis.
It's perfect.
What if we took a midget? I mean, a little person.
Little person.
What
yeah.
if we took a little person and dressed them up like a child in like overalls and stuff, and had them start fucking the molesters?
But they're too different.
It's been tried.
I'm a child, you
Yeah.
know what I'm
Has
saying?
it been to
That's
their
what I could
faces?
do.
Yeah, if their eyes are too forlorn.
Yeah.
Do they? Do they want to be called little person and not midget now?
Oh no, midget's like the N-word for them.
What? Little person sounds way more derogatory.
They want little person.
That's crazy.
They
It's like
totally
you're
want
not a
little
person,
person.
You're a little
What
person.
about smaller than normals?
No. They want little person.
Lesser thans.
Less than
I like that. That's a cute one.
The preferred nomenclature is little
That's
person.
What
No,
if we call them like toddy people, like tots,
Hot toddies?
Like
Yeah,
little
but
salt
hot
into
tot-
them.
Yeah, the hot toddy's too whiskey. Too whiskey. They're too small for whiskey.
But I think if you shaved a little person's face, knock the ripple out of his hands, because I know he's been sucking back a lot of old crow while working for the carnival.
Yeah.
You could get him out there, put a little Oshkosh bagosh
or a
little pants on
halter
him.
top.
Oh no!
I love kids in halter
Kids
tops.
don't dress like sluts; they act like sluts. All right, so we just we
Right.
put them out there, have them send them to the fucking missionary school.
And that's Henry Zebrowski from Heroes Reborn.
8 p.m. on NBC. I tell you what, we certainly don't dress up a little person as a kid in order to fuck it and pretend like we're a bunch of molesters on that show.
Henry, let's get some spoilers. Spoil us.
Spoil us.
I'm a woman in the show, so that makes it super trans related, which is great.
Yeah.
Big
They have a
numbers
beard,
on that.
though. Your character still has the beard.
Yep, but it doesn't matter. I still identify
Oh, I'm sorry.
as
Yeah.
an octopus. I'm actually trans as an octopus.
You're an octopus.
And we got that Asian chicken that's still.
Does she's and she's a ninja, right? Because it's racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Still
great.
got that black person too?
all of them are only villains.
Yeah. Isn't that exciting? That's nice. Friends of the People. It was there was one white fella, and then
And he was-
and he
and
was
he had
usually the
leukemia.
villain. And now
Yeah.
in your show, there's one black fella, and he's the villain.
And what's the Netflix show, Jessica
Rabbit?
Jones.
Jessica Jones, which is very popular, which proves that people really do actually still want superhero shows. So I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the miscalculation, the mistranslation with Heroes Reborn. I think, again, it's about what's going on in this country, and I think that we need to reflect back on the 3 wars that we're involved in and not be so concerned about ratings all the time and just sign me up for a second season because I could use the money.
I think
Couldn't
they
maybe
do,
just
they-
go to Netflix next time.
Yeah.
Just shoot it right over to Netflix.
Yeah. Can we look up squirrel porn?
Oh my God, no!
You can't
let's
look up
not.
animal porn on the computers anymore.
No.
Yeah, I don't think you ever.
I mean,
could.
it's not porn. They call it nature movies.
videos.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
or
see
like
it-
squirrel fucking a woman.
Oh no! That's not around.
Also, I just feel like at a place that serves food
like you know.
professionally, like at a restaurant, no computer can be found within this building that has a video of a woman getting either eaten out or fucked by a squirrel.
I don't think you could
now,
get
this
eaten
story
out.
was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Do you remember that we were in Toronto and the squirrels were fat? They're like, I'm having a hard time climbing the tree.
Squirrel's not gonna fuck a woman. The only way a squirrel is gonna satisfy a woman is if the woman takes the squirrel and shoves it up inside and lets the squirrel kind of freak out a little bit.
You
I'm
use
going to
the
try
tail.
to pivot out of this.
What you can do is kill a squirrel, put it in the freezer for a little bit, and then put a condom over its head and shove it up in there that way.
That'll work.
Yeah.
The old frozen
Heroes
squirrel
reborn.
Well, you gotta wet it first so that it'll freeze over the right way.
Well, if the woman ain't
squirrel
wet already,
sickle.
then you haven't been doing your job before you inserted that dildo inside.
Squirrel.
That squirrel dildo.
Squirreldo.
No, the squirrel's got to be wet first.
Before you freeze it, so that
Yeah.
it will like sort of freeze up like in a popsicle. Like,
Wait, you want to wash it?
Holden,
Yeah,
can you
anyways,
maybe
you
do
wanna
like
watch
a door-to-door Encyclopedia Britannica salesman?
oh, do you want to find out what happens in A to Z? It was canceled actually.
A to M.
It made it all the way to M?
Yes.
That's not bad.
Again, Kevin, this is the type of talent that you're sitting on here.
This was the problem. Were there any black people in A to Z?
Yes.
That chick was kind of black, right?
Yes, she was black.
She was exotic.
Wait, which girl?
She was British
was
and
very,
also
very,
black.
very, very,
She's one of those
very
people.
tan.
If she was like doing real good, black people would be like, "That's one of ours," and everyone would be like, "I don't know, but we're not gonna say nothing."
She's gorgeous, though. That's really all that matters.
Yeah, did you get to
the
see
main
her
chick?
bush?
No, the second chick, but she was exotic. She wasn't black.
She was.
I read for that part in L.A. I went out and I read for it.
You didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
Not exotic enough.
What do you mean exotic, Jackie?
I'm talking like Egyptian.
Well,
I'm talking like somebody's been out in the sun for just the right amount of time.
Mixed
Egypt
race.
are
That's
not
what exotic.
exotic.
Exotic means mixed race.
I beat out an Indian man to play my part.
Like literally,
that
beat,
nice?
literally
That is true.
beat him when he found out he was going into the audition.
He was
beat
just
him
like, I
small.
did not know it was audition.
Yeah.
And I was just
He
like,
didn't know
yeah,
I was-
now it is you pecker.
Yeah.
I called him a pecker.
That's his big line in Hollywood. Henry runs up to his competition, goes, "Welcome to your audition," and then just beats him mercilessly.
First I go like, give him a kiss. And they're like, no.
They're always Indian.
No.
Every person, every role he's up against for some reason is an Indian role.
Why give kiss? I'm
Exotic.
like, it's a fucking toll. You come to my country and make me have to kill you to take my country.
Isn't it
And he's just like,
Christmas?
not that Indian.
Isn't it Christmas time? Aren't we supposed to be more forgiving?
Silent
Thank you.
night.
I watched It's a Wonderful Life. I know what fucking happens.
Can you imagine what Santa's dick smells like when he takes off those pants?
Cookies.
You
Yeah, I think
mention
everything
this
is cookie related.
every year. You talk about Santa's dick every year for the past 5 years.
Because all I can imagine is a reindeer farting on the lap of a 300-pound immortal who sits in a fucking wrapped up in wool in an old ass sleigh. Just balls just fucking slapping against the fucking oak.
He only
Like a
works one
coward.
day a year. The other days a year, he lets his dick hang out.
Yeah, he's got Mrs. Claus just fucking bobbing up and down on that piece.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's naked 364, and then it's just the one day.
And I heard the way you make an elf is you come on a chicken egg.
Isn't that something?
Like,
I
dude,
didn't
like
know
Santa
that.
comes on a chicken
Santa
egg.
comes on a chicken egg
It's
and it opens
magic.
up.
Come.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Huh.
Does Mrs. Claus have to incubate the egg?
No, Mrs. Claus is all sewn up.
She is.
Doesn't mean she
I guess
can't
she's been
sit
around
on
for
it.
thousands and thousands
It
of years.
fused together over time.
No, you don't
Right,
know what
right, right.
incubate means. Incubate just means to sit on it and keep it warm.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're fat asking you that. I don't know.
She's not that overweight. She's lost a lot of
She's
weight.
she's lost a lot of weight recently.
Yeah, she looks pretty.
I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck she does, man. That's not my fucking prerogative. I ain't her boss.
Yeah.
Henry, yeah, is a known hater of Christmas, a known legitimate just person who does not like Christmas in any way, shape, or form.
I think the holiday brings out the worst in people.
I agree. Kevin, if you're Santa Claus, you go downstairs, you're down a chimney, you got the plate, you got the cookies and the milk, but get rid of the cookies and the milk. What do you really want to see down there?
What do you really want to see? With
What do you want to eat? He's going to
Bebop.
be so sick of cookies and milk.
Asparagus?
Ooh.
Steak.
Leave Santa out some steak, man.
Apparently,
Yes, I agree with
overseas, it's brandy, not milk.
Really?
Yeah, that's
So
the
he's
word on
drunk
the
up
street.
there.
In Arizona, it's your wife.
Isn't that exciting?
She lays out there in a satin robe, just waiting for Sandy to come.
Oh, poor Santa Claus. That's his
Too
least favorite
dry.
state.
Imagine how dry a pussy is in Arizona.
I don't know. It feels like for some reason it would be more wet
Dry
than
heat.
normal.
in reaction.
Because they're so excited to see something not dry. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You gotta wet your dick.
Fat squirrels in Toronto. Having fun eating nuts, huh?
Well, let's move up to Alaska. Let's get closer to the North Pole. How's that? Let's go to the land of ice and snow.
Eskimos are like if Native Americans raped a bunch of elves.
You know,
Interesting.
they're more Asian than anything.
Oh, God, don't even say it.
Very good, Henry.
Asians wearing fur, living in the snow.
Why did you sing that?
That was just a thought you had,
It's
huh?
Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know if that gives a
It's great.
license for that.
There's a lot of gang violence in Alaska
Yeah.
because they have like half dark, half light, and then whenever it gets light out, they all fucking come out with their guns and boom, boom, boom.
What is it when Jackie and Henry, when you guys get together, you're just the worst?
What are you talking about?
You're just the worst people on earth.
Like, because they're the kids that sit in the back of the class and cause troubles.
I was in the back of the class.
Nah.
You're too tall. You couldn't be in the front.
I was in the front of the class.
Yeah. We're titans of personality.
Oh,
I
see.
think it's just because he's sitting next to me. It's a lot more difficult when he's sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how scared an Eskimo is the first time he saw a seal, man? That's a big ass dog.
Yeah, but they can't open their eyes because their eyes don't open.
Dog, yeah.
Yeah, good work, Jack.
That's
People hated the seal clubbing. That's sort of gone. Remember those infomercials? They used to be all over the place. The commercials of the seal club.
Seals. Who cares?
Yeah,
They need it for oil, right?
They need to bring the seal clubbing back. The seals are way out of control. They're like the deer of the ocean.
Yeah, seals are a bunch of perverts. All they're doing is cornholing each other and squirting out more baby versions of them.
That's a good
I say
point.
turn them
Rocks.
into candles.
People need to live.
Is that what they make out of seals?
Yeah, they make
Candles and
oil. Yeah.
meat. Yeah, and meat. Yeah, I would eat seal meat.
Oh, yeah, for
if
sure.
I'd wear
Delicious.
'em.
Yeah.
I don't think that people wear seal, if I'm mistaken. I think it would be a very ugly jacket. It's not exactly a furry
Kind of
animal.
cool because it'd be like waterproof.
Seals?
I think it would be waterproof. It
Oh
would
yeah,
be
man!
great.
Seal
Cinch it
skin
up.
shit. They totally do seal skin stuff.
I feel like it's
like
more of a
to-
shoe thing than a jacket type thing.
Ooh, you can get seal skin socks.
I love that.
Oh no, wait, that's just the name of the brand. Seal skins with a Z.
Why would they name it seal skins and then not have it be seals?
Can I take its face, its beautiful face with its bright, beautiful eyes, and skin it and put it over mine for a hoodie?
You can do whatever you want.
That's cute. You can call it a cutie.
Ooh, sailors used to use seal skin for tobacco pouches.
Oh.
Can you imagine how rancid that would make your tobacco smell?
No, to keep it fresh.
No, it wouldn't.
Waterproof.
You dry it out,
They
you do
could
the
dry it
whole, like,
out.
yeah. It's solid.
It's just leather.
It's sea animal fat.
Cool.
Oh, you can also use seal skin to make Scottish sporrans.
There's no more greater indication of wealth than just wearing other, animals for socks.
Love
I feel
it.
like seal socks. That's pretty amazing.
It would be like, I feel like the ultimate sign of wealth in this country could be like owning a man like a butler and having him sit on your shoulder all the time like he's a parrot.
Indentured servant.
Yeah,
You're talking about a slave that's also an acrobat.
No, I'm talking about a man that I own.
A tiny
That's what I want for Christmas.
That would require magic, I think.
I feel also that would help scratch the people who want to get pets but are allergic to down or like to feather stuff. You get a little person, dress them up like a parrot. You pay him fucking $50 a day to sit on your shoulder, and hey guys, look at my new parrot.
You're talking about slavery, but more humiliating.
No, it's a job.
A mini version.
It's too many steps to that, man, because you got a little person. Little people aren't all that little. So you're going to have to do a lot of trap workouts for months in advance to prepare yourself to be able to shoulder this, man.
How big do they get weight-wise?
I say about 28 pounds.
And that's a lot.
I'm gonna say more than
That's a lot of pressure
more
on
than
your traps,
28
man.
pounds. I'm gonna say
28 pounds
that.
is the cap.
I would actually kind of like to know the average weight of a little person.
Because it's 4 feet tall, right?
It's 28
So
pounds. That's why they're not
pounds.
allowed
I
on the
say-
battlefield, man.
It's like 28 pounds is more like what a corgi would weigh.
Oh, I love a good corgi.
Fat corgi.
A very
good corgi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zebrowski corgi.
Yeah, you'd have to do a lot of core work.
Yeah, there's
Gracie
be a
May is
lot of
dead.
steps to
Please
it.
don't bring her up.
Are they going to
Oh,
get
man.
another one?
Gracie May was murdered. Gracie May was their dog. Amber, their mother fed it to death.
Legitimately,
over the past 7 years,
our mother-
slowly
our-
killed the dog.
She did not die. She was murdered. And the dog technically was murdered in the same way Kevin Spacey murdered that dude in Seven.
Just feeding him and
What?
feeding him like Method Man, so his asshole's shut. Just keep feeding him and feeding him.
Oh, what are you looking
Is that
at?
my mother asked me, she said, I'm thinking about getting a cat. And I said, don't get a cat. And she goes, you can't overfeed a cat.
Yes, you
and I
can.
said, have you ever read Garfield? There was all years and years of overfeeding.
Every cat is fat. Every famous cat is fat.
That is legitimately all that she's thinking about is Garfield. Because Garfield ate literally the worst thing you can feed an animal.
Remember when you would cut a piece of lasagna and he'd say, oh, that's big enough for me, and he'd eat the rest?
That would kill a cat. It's not supposed to eat straight like white flour carbs.
Oh, that's not true. Cats can eat lasagna.
Right? So she's going to get a cat and she's going to feed that until it dies. I'm hoping she calls it Garfield, though.
Oh, that
Garfield Zebrowski.
It works, yeah. It sounds very presidential, actually, but it's a cat.
Yeah, we never got to that Alaskan story. We can get to it now.
We can get to it, unless Henry wants to make other claims about the people.
You good?
They're a bunch of pussy bitches.
I agree with... I don't not agree.
Very political. on
Wearing fur, they don't have real houses. Live in ice, they're Asians.
Asiatic. That's the correct word. They went across the Bering Strait and then they stopped. All right, let's get to this Alaskan story.
Marcus, it must be weird to actually have intelligence and then just have to hang out with everybody that we
They
know.
can't have books because they make them out of ice.
Yeah, they're just like,
I heard that.
I had to be careful with this book. It's too suspenseful, and the sweat from my hands melted it.
I sweated too much reading.
No John Grisham books in Alaska.
Yeah, you can't hang on to them.
Can they have TVs?
The problem is that their TVs all sit upon their tables and their chairs, which are just barking seals all day long. So they can't. They miss plot points.
They have to run.
in the
They have
spy
to
films.
chase their own televisions down the. Well, I was gonna say field, but they don't even have that, do they?
Ice
Idiots.
runways.
Yeah. They have 90 words for snow and no words for please, wife, excuse me, I have to fart on this egg.
I imagine every day of their life is like that snow race level in Mario 64.
Oh, and the penguins just gliding across the front.
Sliding.
All right.
All right. An Alaskan woman appears to have set the record for the amount of counterfeit currency and narcotics hidden inside various body orifices. Fairbanks police were dispatched last month to an adult novelty store after a clerk called 911 to report that a couple sought to purchase sex merchandise with a counterfeit $100 bill. Before cops could get to the Castle Mega Store, suspect Chelsea Sperry, 31, left the business with a, quote, large wad of cash provided by her boyfriend, who waited for police to arrive. Shortly after Sperry drove away from the business, she was pulled over by police. When a check revealed that Sperry was driving with a suspended license, she was arrested and transported to the Fairbanks Correctional Center. At the jail, a corrections officer observed Sperry, quote, making furtive movements towards her vagina. Sperry was then put through a body scan, which revealed that she had items concealed in her vagina and or anus.
Now that is being vague for no reason.
Yeah.
You can just say it was in her vagina and anus.
Yes, I agree.
It was written in real time. A female corrections officer subsequently removed a, quote, a wad of cash and drugs from inside Sperry. The haul included 6 $100 bills, 3 $50 bills, and 7 $20 bills, all of which were counterfeit. The $890 in funny money, however, was supplemented by a genuine $10 bill that was discovered in Sperry's anus.
Good for her.
So she put the real money in the butt.
The real money in the butt, the fake money in the pussy.
That's why I feel bad for female corrections officers, because they got to look through 2 holes.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. You can't put anything in the male, in the penis thing.
Honestly, though, at the same time, what is her crime for just being a human piggy bank?
Yeah, that is illegal to do in most states.
The crime is possession of counterfeit currency.
Oh.
Yeah, and then driving on a suspended license.
But what if you're on your way to a quinceanera or something? It's fake money that goes inside a piñata.
Yeah, I mean, who knows why she had it? That's a good point. Maybe she should have used that as an excuse.
There's no Spanish in Alaska.
Maybe she was the piñata. Yeah, who knows?
They just beat her until she shits out money.
There's not a lot going on.
An Alaskan piñata.
Sperry's vagina also held 2 bags of meth, a bag containing 7 morphine pills, 2 bags containing a brown tarry substance that tested positive for heroin. The corrections officer also discovered a clear plastic baggie containing 40 smaller baggies that were similar in size to the ones containing the meth and the heroin. All of these in the woman's vagina.
See, she didn't have to put the extra baggies inside of her vagina. You know what I mean? Those could have just been in a bag.
Yeah, but that's suspect though. If you have the little,
not.
if you have the little baggies, that's suspect. So they're gonna search more.
Only if you're planning on getting caught.
All right, we got two
What's
ladies
worse?
here, Amber and Jackie. I want to know, this is a perk, huh?
Yeah, I can put stuff in my vagina. Yeah, that's like I can fit a human being in there. I can fit
Right.
40 baggies. What's worse, 40 baggies in your pussy or 40 baggies in your glove compartment?
Pussy.
As far as illegal, as far as legality goes,
Yeah.
It's just like you're not supposed to have it on in your pockets either.
Yeah.
I think it's less if you have it in.
no,
like,
that's
a
not
purse.
true. There's a
It was
Supreme
even
Court case
separate
about it.
Places you have to keep the drugs in one place, and you can keep the separate baggies in another place. I just feel like it seems to be, unless she just had the room to spare and was excited about the competitive idea
Well, once
of
you
how much
start
gonna
going,
jam in
yeah,
there.
I mean,
I think you could have put that in a glove box.
Yeah, but what's worse legally?
no,
You
it's
know,
the exact
glove
same
box?
thing. There's a
Okay,
Supreme
yeah.
Court a Supreme Court case about somebody who argued that it wasn't on their person, but if it is in their car, it is technically on their person.
It's still possession.
So
yeah,
might as
yeah.
well put it in your pussy then.
Put it in your. I
guess-
mean, that's your best bet. It's your best chance.
And you hope that they don't check there.
And they probably wouldn't have, but it seems like the counterfeit bills got a little bit itchy, and
Yeah.
I would assume they did.
Do you think it feels good to have it inside your vagina?
Rolled up counterfeit money? I don't think there's any woman who's ever fantasized about that.
I don't know.
I mean, so I would imagine that the $890 in counterfeit bills probably fist-sized. Jackie.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely no. But if you think they're folded over. I'm saying like they are folded over. You could definitely fit a big wad of cash up inside of your pussy.
Yeah, and that's the
Easy.
word that they kept using over and over again. Wad.
The problem is
A
that
wad
it's
of
cash
cash and drugs.
on top of the drugs. So my question is, were the drugs first? I guess I would shove the drugs in first.
See, I would do the drugs last.
The drugs were in first because they pulled the money out first. So the drugs would have gone in first if
Right.
you're talking about order.
You see,
First
and
to enter, last to leave.
Exactly.
it seems
I
like a
would say-
lot
Like a
of
good
this was
employee.
happening. If you could have put it in a microphone into there, she'd have been like, don't know.
You think they were planning like a- yeah.
She's not actually.
There was like a
Asian,
little
she's
crooner that
Alaskan.
she was planning on putting in there afterwards, and she was going to pay him in counterfeit money and give him all the drugs and stuff, and then put on a little show inside of her body.
Yeah.
I feel like after she was in the icicle cell, she probably could have licked her way out, right? Lick
That's the
through the
thing.
bars of ice, get your way out with your hot tongue, find the money, get
Marcus
out.
just put a picture up of the girl, and I will say for Alaska, she's a 10.
And that's saying something.
I mean, she's
That's a lot of nose.
Yeah, she's a
It's a
meth.
bad angle.
She's a meth 6.
She's a meth.
She's a meth
No,
six.
she's a
She's very
meth
attractive.
8.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I would say, yeah,
she's
she's
a
a
meth
meth
8.
eight.
She's a normal 4.
But an Alaskan 10.
But an Alaskan 10.
Actually, I don't know. There could be hot people in Alaska.
I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
there really are.
Oh, Ben,
Yeah.
you were just extolling the virtues of Sarah Palin, saying that Sarah Palin's hotter than Julianne Moore. What do you think about
You're an
that?
What
asshole.
are you fucking talking about?
Thank you. Okay. Idiot. You're idiots. Sarah Palin was played by Julianne Moore in the movie Game Change.
Yeah, that's how we
okay,
got into this
Julianne Moore
argument.
in no way. Glenn Rice
Was the movie good?
had sex with
Yeah, the
Sarah
movie's
Palin
really good.
when
The
Glenn
movie's really
Rice
good.
was a star, I believe, at Michigan State, maybe Michigan University.
Wait,
it was
Yeah,
Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying
Glenn
that
Rice wasn't banging any unattractive theater majors
I
that
think-
looked like
I'm saying back
Julianne
in
Moore.
the day, I'm saying
I think
30
Julianne Moore's very
years
pretty.
ago, Sarah Palin was probably hot to trot. Dumbo,
She still is
to
hot.
trot.
She still
She's
is
almost.
hot.
But
She's
in
almost
comparison
60.
to Julianne Moore, are you fucking kidding me?
Julianne Moore is ethereally gorgeous.
She is forever hot.
She's a great actress. Sarah Palin drinks constantly. She obviously has nonstop sex. Living in Alaska, they have so many kids. Her first dude, Todd, they're they're bone zoning all the time.
Yeah, but she's not good at sex, though.
Why wouldn't she be good at sex?
I know Sarah Palin. I bet she just lies there going, ooh, ooh.
No, I bet she works
What do you
for
prefer?
it. Like a Republican, she works for it.
That's why Julianne Moore's getting all these lesbian roles because she knows how to bang.
She knows how to work it.
Kevin, your thoughts?
I don't want to offend anybody. I'm staying out of this, man.
Oh my goodness, Sarah Palin, so much. She is. But you like. There's a different kind of sexy. I suppose.
It's a different.
She's not a
ki- yeah,
classy sexy.
Yeah, she's not a classy. She's like a dollop of sexy. It's like sour cream sexy. Like
Boldest,
a pile
if you
of-
had
like
to
a
hang out
pile
with
of-
Julianne Moore or Sarah Palin, I would say I'd like to hang out with Sarah Palin more because I think it would be more fun.
Now, Julianne Moore's got she's got a nice smile. You think you could have a good time with her.
You just sit there and sip tea. Sarah Palin would like, let's get drunk and go kill things.
Yeah, but then
Julianne
it's going
Moore
to
has
get
a bit of
weird.
what I like to call a bit of a Skeletor going on. with her
No,
face.
she's no Madonna though.
Yeah, she's not a skeleton woman.
No, but
she's got.
it's in the face. It's a bit of a Skeletor happening.
Yeah,
You know
a
who I'd
little
like to
bit.
hang out with? George Wendt.
I would love to hang out with George
Everybody
Wendt.
wants to hang out with Norm.
He's at a bar in Chicago. He stays there. He has a stool, and he's very good friends with the bartender.
No pressure.
No pressure.
You know, with him, I don't have to worry about him sizing me up trying to get my dick. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they all.
Oh,
all
so
the
you're
men
concerned
do that.
Julianne Moore couldn't resist but try to get your disgusting, odd Polish penis.
No, she's licking vag for real now.
Yeah.
Is she a lesbian?
No, not in real life, but she's been playing one a lot. And in my
movies,
head, I
and
feel
portraying
like
it very realistically. I fully would be on board if she was like, "Hey,
you
no
gotta have
shit,
a
I'm
good
lesbian."
tongue to play a good lesbian.
Yeah.
I actually, but you never see her tongue. It's not like she goes these lesbian roles and it's her going like. You
You don't know how she gets the roles.
Well, technically, Holden's the only one that could handle her. Then you're the only one who has changed somebody's sexual orientation.
Yeah, absolutely. I could tame the beast.
That's right. Holden's girlfriend was
all
a
lesbians beast.
Holden's girlfriend went from being a lesbian with beautiful women, and
Yes,
then
gorgeous
I remember
women.
that one
Yeah.
chick she was with before, and she was like lithe, and the two of them used to kind of kiss and do a thing where they'd stare at somebody across the room and go like, yeah, like make cat like hands at.
Yeah, totally.
That's
yeah.
a little weird.
It was called a Mr. Mistopheles. It's a move they like to do every now and again.
I know
at
she
the
just lets
club.
you just like crawl up there and push it.
We are useless at home now. We do not move at home. We watch the television at home.
So her quality of life has gone down.
It's gone very far down the tubes.
Sounds like Gracie May Zebrowski.
Oh, yeah, Gracie
2015.
made her, which is the new phrase now whenever you take the life from somebody's eyes. All right, Gracie made her. I made her so comfortable that she no longer cares to live life.
But what I have been noticing is that she's been getting more beautiful as you've gotten uglier over time. Like she is
Yes.
losing weight and taking care of
I
herself
have
and doing all this
enlarged
stuff.
myself. I would welcome AIDS at this point just to lose the weight.
Oh, actually, now you actually kind of gain a lot of weight. You have to work out. That's why a lot of people who have HIV are very muscular because
He's
with
talking
the
AIDS. AIDS really eats away at you. I saw the movie.
but it's all different. The medication plumps you up, so you got to work out. Otherwise, you become
The
obese.
song. I heard the
Once you have
Streets of Philadelphia.
So you watched that feature film and were like, "That's an idea."
I
for a
saw the
diet.
music video, and
Right.
which featured clips from the film, and I got the idea.
What's
You
your
were gonna
opinion on broccoli?
Take it or leave it. You know, if you throw enough sugar and butter on anything, you can eat a bowl of it.
Sugar, huh?
Sure.
Broccoli sugar?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful, Holden.
If
You're
you
do-
dip it anything in Coca-Cola, in cherry Coca-Cola, you can eat it all day.
soak it.
So
Make
You
it
guys
real
huff
soggy.
any booze yet? I hear you use Coca-Cola to huff booze now. That's what the kids are telling me.
What?
Huff booze.
Huff
Yeah.
booze.
Yeah. So it's like it's something about like you take a quarter, like you open up a 2 liter of Coca-Cola, you pour out most of it, and then you pour a bunch of vodka into the 2 liter, and you shake it up, and you huff the booze, and it knocks you right out. Which
sort
at
of
the
a
same
vaporizer type thing.
Yeah,
huh?
it's like a vaporizer for booze now with Coca-Cola that the kids are doing.
Do you still get the calories?
I don't think so because you're not drinking the Coca-Cola.
Uh-oh, Kissel.
You just use it for the carbonation.
Woo-wee!
You guys should not have
Coca-Cola
said
stocks
this.
are about to go through the roof.
I actually think you do gain the calories.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I don't know. I mean, none of us are nearly intelligent.
I'm no
intelligent enough.
doctor.
No.
That I don't know if you've
Kevin,
ever.
you're actually the smartest one here when it comes to medicine. Do you get if it's in a vapor? Do you
That's
get the
thing,
calories?
is I don't. It's in a vapor. How are you? I don't think that you are.
It gets absorbed into the lungs
Yeah.
and is quite toxic.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think you can die real fast.
You could die so
Also,
fast doing
It's
that.
equivalent to like the tampon soaking and put in your anus.
Yeah, or
Well, you
like
can
butt
get-
chugging.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys
yeah,
seen
yeah.
that picture of the girl?
Oh, yeah.
There's a new butt chugger on the internet. This girl, she's butt chugging, robotussing, robo tripping,
my God.
robo butt chugging.
My God.
Let's
Robot
look
trucking.
at it. Look it up. I
robot
want to see.
trucking.
Oh, I don't know.
I want to see.
someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's mother.
Yeah, you think about me fucking butt robo tripping?
Robo chicken. So she'll never get diarrhea again.
There is. I mean, alcohol.
Oh, look at her. She's like
Oh my goodness!
Oh wait,
She's about
All right,
low.
so there's a gal. She's doing a handstand and her legs are against the wall. And
She looks very
I think
fit
that-
and fun and young, and I
Yeah.
love it.
She's
And
having a
God
good
bless
time.
America.
Yeah, exactly.
Great,
say
good
this
for
would be
you.
one of those. If you do that though, I mean, I think you just tell the friends like phones down.
Yeah,
you
like,
know, like
do
no
they
pictures.
know it's
Yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
after all?
I bet she got real mad at the.
No,
Yeah,
man.
especially
woman
being
who shot the photo.
Does
Yeah.
anybody not have a sex tape? You know,
I
that
have
was
never
born after
taken
like
a
19.
picture.
No, but
I
I'm talking
was-
like born after like 1995.
Okay.
Like, they all just have sex tapes, right?
One time I was having sex in that Fort Tryon Park. This was like 10 years ago. No, no, sorry, 7 years ago. I was having sex, and I looked up and there's some flashes on a camera. And so there's some pictures somewhere of me just fucking a dude.
Were you completely nude?
I had my shirt on, but bottoms off. But it was like on a tree, and like in the middle, because Fort Tryon is in the middle of nowhere. No one's around.
Were you just being romantic? Or?
Yeah, we just had a picnic, and I was like, let's go fuck in the woods. You know, it's great.
You did have the picnic beforehand?
Yes,
That's fine. That's a date. That's spontaneous.
That's a date. But yeah, there's some photos out there.
Literally, the picnic truly does nullify anything horrible about what
It
you're
does
saying.
make it
Yeah,
better.
I got some cheese. I cut it up, a cucumber, some bread, sausage.
See, that's nice.
Yeah.
If you told me that you had just got done like drinking a Schlitz out of an old plastic bag next to a
No.
Dunkin' Donuts, and you had met like the chief fryer guy, and you went,
Yeah,
"Hey,
but,
let's
like,
go
is that
stick
a
it
problem
some."
if you get free donuts?
I guess technically that's a job.
Yeah, and if he is the chief fryer guy, that's actually a fairly high position for the Dunkin' Donuts brand. So, not so bad.
Or a Krispy Kremer.
I don't know about Krispy Kremer. I think the fact that you can call him a Krispy Kremer.
Yeah, but I'll be like, Krispy Kreme, why don't you lick my cream off me?
But they're all just Indian men, and they'll all be like, "Does this get this picture of this sent to family in car, Skatkar?"
Very
Big
good.
thing against Indians.
Yeah,
tonight.
right now.
No, I'm not against
You
Indians.
were
I'm
beating
portraying
on
them.
You're portraying them.
I am
poorly.
portraying them. I'm playing them in scenarios. I'm not. I'm not being negative.
That excuse is gonna stop working one of these days.
I'm a performer. Nobody
That's
got
right.
mad. Think about it. Mickey Rooney played that Asian man in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Everyone's
That's a
upset
classic.
with him for what he did in that
But
movie.
no one blames Mickey Rooney.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
We
they
all-
absolutely
no,
do because it was
Well,
it was his choice to do that character.
It's Chinese character. He's playing a character.
You picked the worst example. Everyone thinks that it's the most racist
Mickey
portrayal.
Rooney
Yeah,
was the
they
most
said-
beloved man in show business
and now
for like
he is not.
7 years.
And now
Yeah.
because of that portrayal, he is very
Yeah.
much
That's
so
not true.
And a lot of people are like just discounting that movie altogether,
Yeah.
specifically because of his performance.
I don't know. I laughed.
No,
But also
man,
'cause
it's
it's
too
boring.
much. If you're mad about how he's portraying your people, then your people should stop acting like that.
Exactly. In a way.
I
In a
like
way, I'll
this.
say. We had a white man play Gandhi. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
a white man play Gandhi.
Yeah,
and
but he was British, so that's not really white. It's a lot
Ben
closer
Ki-
to
yeah.
Indian.
Ben
no, it's
Kingsley.
not. It's farther away from Indian.
Well,
No.
technically, the
That's the
Brits
most
own
white.
most of India for the majority of our history.
Yeah,
that
the
makes
Brits.
them even farther away from India. You can't say we owned you, now we're like you.
That's like somebody playing 12 Years a Slave, and then a white person playing that guy as a slave,
Well, sure, that's a good analogy.
right?
We
Yes.
coulda.
Actually, that isn't a good analogy.
It isn't.
It is.
It is. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a white person playing a black slave that they owned.
It's
And
very
he went in there and he's
Would
like,
be an
"Oh, it's so
interesting
hungry."
take.
Yeah, it would be an interesting take.
I never saw that movie.
I haven't seen the movie either.
It's super boring.
Yeah,
And it's-
it stinks.
It looked boring. And like, I love sad
I
movies.
remember
that
Lexi
look
and I were like,
boring.
we are as a people, we are obligated to watch this movie and feel bad about it, and then it was just like it's
Got the saddest
so
ending
boring.
ever.
I'd rather read Garfield. It's like,
I
that's sad
agree.
enough.
That's a thing that makes me smile. And then give me a chuckle a little bit, and also I learned something.
What happened at the end of 12 Years a Slave?
Well, he finally got released, but I mean, at that point, he was already so old and downtrodden and beaten up through the whole history. And you
Oh,
know,
just
being a
read
slave,
Beloved.
It's awful. Yeah. So basically, he just died alone and miserable.
So you had nowhere to go. Yeah, okay.
Just went back up to New York.
What happened at the end of Garfield?
Oh, he's doing great. John's
Taking a
still
nap.
suicidal, and there's no lasagna in the fridge.
Yeah.
He's a self-aware cat, technically living in a strange purgatory world where you have a desperate single man who feeds you pasta all day long, and then a cat you literally are mailing to a terrorist country that is your only friend.
Normal.
And then your vet,
No,
your
Normal was
your
the little
owner's
boy
trying
cat
to
that was a
have
friend.
sex with the entire time, and.
Well, he did get to.
Christmas
He
special.
did eventually. He's been dating the vet for quite a while now, for a couple of years.
They don't date.
No, they got together. No, they're together. She finally said yes. They're about to move in.
You sounds like you're being you're like making a desperate plea that John's life is okay now, but he's not.
No, they got together in the
No, it's better.
Thanksgiving special. They had that first date in Thanksgiving special.
No, but they actually did. Are you talking about the cartoon? Because in current continuity in the actual newspaper
In the
strip,
current Garfield lore.
in the current Garfield lore, yes, John is dating the vet.
Oh, wait, it's this expanded universe Garfield?
This is not expanded
No,
universe
is Jim
Garfield. This
Davis
is current
still making
canon.
Garfield?
This is Jim Davis. Well, I don't know if Jim Davis.
I doubt it.
I'm sure he's
This is
still
Muppet
a
bullshit.
creative consultant. I'm sure he still consulted when
You know
they
what
wanted to make big changes in the Garfield character, like they did recently with this. It's a big change.
That's
So,
great.
Here's the thing: when they did the India movie, did he put on brown face to play that dude?
You're talking about Gandhi?
He had like a tan
Bronze.
makeup on.
They bronzed him a little bit.
I
yeah.
love it, and he won an Academy Award, right? Or
Oh
an
yeah,
Oscar?
yeah.
Because of how good he was at playing
great.
an Indian.
He did
Yeah.
great playing the Indian.
But Daniel Day-Lewis played a Mohican. He didn't even have to brown, and he still got the Oscar
and he
for
didn't
that,
even
right?
have to brown.
I'm telling you
Listen,
this.
man, because people don't know what the fuck Mohicans do. We don't know
They don't know what they sound like.
It's like, yeah, he did fucking great at it. I don't know
We
what the
got
fuck
rid of
Mohicans
killed them
do.
immediately. We were like, before we could even ask what they do, we just killed them.
They
I
were
am
among
going-
the first to go, yes.
I am going to put it this way. I am going to win an Oscar playing Chairman Mao in a very serious Spielberg movie
Can
about
I play your
life.
sister?
Is it going to be one of those where, like, if I'm at craft services, I have to be like, oh, Mr. Mao's here.
I'll be like, oh, thank you so much.
All right,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I wish they had multigrain bread.
Yeah.
I hate when they hit the white flour bread because I like to put almond butter on it because I wash my way.
I do too, Henry. I mean, Mr. Mao.
Damn it now.
All right, Henry, let me test your auditioning process here. Let me test your knowledge of history. Why don't you test, I am a young man, and you are trying to get me to participate in the Cultural Revolution. Please pitch me.
Oh, hey, come my buddy. What's your name? This is my buddy. Hey, your name is Ben Sao. And I tell you, Mr. Sao, one day you're going to be General Sao. You follow me. You follow me, I make you General Sao, and we have a good time. Oh, good. Oh, my dumplings are done. You know when the dumplings are done when you're boiling them in a pot because they rise to the surface of the water.
So it's kind of a cook character.
It's like a
More of a
gnocchi. I think it's
chairman.
more gnocchi than a dumpling.
Oh, dumpling. Oh, the dumpling split. The dumpling, the noodle, the dumpling split. Now I'll make a genocide. Now I'll make a genocide. I'm so mad.
Spitting everywhere like a disgusting
Jesus, you have
monster.
a lot of spittle on your
Over your
face.
shirt and the microphone.
Ben
And
Sal.
you know why he spit so much? Because what he was doing was passionate and believable.
True
I
acting.
think your Chairman Mao was a bit of a dribbler.
You guys have to watch The Search for General Sao because that
It's
I
good.
mean,
It's a good movie.
Is it
It's a
pretty good?
movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Do the church search for General Sao tonight when I order me some delivery food.
I think
That's right.
I will have General Tso's tonight as well, Henry.
Very exciting. You inspired everyone to be unhealthy, Henry.
Chinese food. We're like a Jew on Christmas Eve.
Ooh, I got a food story. It's not Chinese food, it's Mexican food.
Don't trust.
Oh, a New Mexico man broke into his mother's home and stole a pot of her homemade stew. According to police who have charged him with burglary. As alleged in a criminal complaint, Jonathan Ray, 23, last week swiped the stew known as pozole from the refrigerator in his mother's Albuquerque home. Ray's mother, Angela Patenti, told police that her son entered her home around 11 p.m. against her wishes and, quote, went straight to the fridge and grabbed a pot of pozole that she
Everybody's had
made.
a pozole. Everybody's eaten that before.
Is
See,
it
I was really
pozole or is it
surprised
pozole?
No, it's a pozole.
I was
Pozole.
surprised that Mexicans had a stew. I thought that was more of a Giants meal.
No, because you have like an oros con pollo. You know, that's, you have a stew. Anybody that's got bones and a meat and a rice, you throw it in a pot and it's a stew. But the thing is that any person can
This has been Stew Talk with Jackie Zebrowski.
any person can be held accountable for stealing a stew out of a fridge where a stew is available.
I just thought that Mexican law is that if Abuelita made an estudio, it belonged to the entire Abuelita, the entire Pueblo
It's more like like in a supo. If you say a supo or a studio, yeah.
It belonged to the people.
That's an Italian. You're going Italian with it, but I
But this is
appreciate
why
it.
you can't call the cops. Burglary, it seems like too heavy of a charge.
Yeah.
He stole his mother's soup. You can't steal your own mom's soup.
That soup's for you.
You're the kid for life.
Yeah,
You
he
always
went in
get the soup.
He stole the stew, ran out the back door carrying the pot of pasole, and left. Days before the stew heist, Pacente called police to have Ray removed from her property after she discovered that he was, quote, setting up a camp in her garage.
That's a Mexican bedroom.
It's a great bedroom.
Like so Fonzie slept in an African or a Mexican garage.
Yes.
Who's at fault here? The mom or the kid?
The mom.
Mom.
Right?
You think so? Yeah. I mean, okay, here's a look at the
It's
guy.
a little bit of slut shaming in terms of food, but you can't make a fancy, nice stew around and not expect to be stolen.
Guy does look like everybody I've seen on Lockup.
Yeah, that's
He's
Johnny
helpless,
Ray.
man.
He's got a big scar. He's got one of those scars on his head that looks like he got kicked by a mule.
It looks
Or like
like
a Mexican jumping bean.
Kicked by a Mexican jumping bean?
I am gonna say.
Yeah. Jumping beans in Mexico kind of look like California raisins with big sneakers.
Yeah, so they're jumping all over
Yeah,
the
they're
place.
jumping all
They got
over the
those
place.
Poncho Villas on.
Yeah.
But they're slow because they're taking a siesta.
No, they're not like what's his cousin?
Slowpoke.
Slowpoke, yeah.
You didn't even say Speedy. You just said, "What's his cousin?"
his cousin?
As if we were
what
all
I meant.
supposed to assume that
what I meant.
we're talking about Speedy Gonzalez, a arguably racist Disney.
No,
character.
Speedy was
Looney
very,
Tunes.
very
Looney
good.
Tunes.
But
He was
Slowpoke was his
pro-Mexican.
drunk cousin.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has a drunk cousin. That's
Yeah.
not a Mexican thing. That's
We have a
German
cousin
thing.
with Tourette's.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a
we
whole
also got a
different
bunch of retarded cousins, but they're all slow, but in a different way.
Yeah, what happened with that?
They're still alive.
No. I know. I know they survived, but why? Do you like what was the
didn't you kill
origin?
them?
Oh, because they're fucking other retarded people.
They stopped being married. They both got divorced from their wives.
Are
so
they divorced?
Yes, both of them got the marriages annulled.
Interesting.
Technically, I believe that they are born sterile. I believe that they cannot have
You're
children.
making that up.
I do not know.
I think
Were they
you're
sterilized?
making that up.
No, you can't sterilize
No,
anybody
they're
anymore.
twins though. I think they were twins. They both got like yuck with the umbilical cord, dumb in the head, and now they can't fucking shoot out their dicks.
Good. They shouldn't. They should not procreate.
Yeah, so you believe that they're sterile, like I believe in the inherent goodness of man, that sort of thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like you need to believe.
tomato.
I'd like to believe it. I know that they were very sexually active, but now they are. I think one of them is a councilman, and I think the other one of them is a bank robber.
Councilman for what? McDonald's?
He doesn't know. I just gave him a gavel on one of those British lawyer wigs, and I told him
he's
he's
a
a
councilman
councilman.
for the WWE.
And now it's time for a segment from Holden McNeely.
Wow, that was so fast.
Oh yeah, it's time. I ain't doing it fast or nothing.
All right. Well, we don't have Mr. Kissel here, so
He left in what looked like disgust, but
Yeah,
mostly I
yeah.
just think he's trying to politically distance himself from the
I think he
conversation.
has to take a Pitzel Kissel.
What was that?
Pitzel Kissel.
A pit.
Well, he has to be.
It sounds like he's paying pretzels, like pretzel sticks out of his
I'm
urethra.
sorry.
that's garbage, Jackie.
I'm a garbage woman.
That's a garbage woman thing to say.
You've said some incendiary things on the show today.
All right, you also said the word ubiquitous earlier. No,
I
that was
didn't.
Marcus.
What does Mal think, Mr. Mal? What do you think of Mexican food? Since we're on the
You
subject?
know, I like it, but I look at the rice and I'm like, why so yellow? Somebody pee in a bucket?
So I'm the bad one. I'm the bad one on
He
the
makes
podcast.
a super good point, though.
But that is what they think over there.
Right?
When they see
It is.
Mexican
It totally
food.
is. It's a really good
Playing
point.
The man, not playing the stereotype.
Yes.
Right.
That's him. That's him. That's what Mao is. Mao is a culturally inappropriate person.
All right. Well,
The Cultural
today's
Revolution.
segment is we're getting into the Christmas spirit immediately, as fast as we can.
Boom.
Feels
I
good.
put up some lights here in the studio for
see it.
Christmas.
I
Really
know, I
happy
keep
about
staring
that.
at them. They're beautiful.
It
Aren't
looks like
they?
the fishnets one would find on the legs of a prostitute.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're more colorful.
And they
Not
keep
black
going
as
on and
night.
off in like different colors.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot of different settings. After we're done recording, we can play with them.
Yeah,
You
is
can
this,
just
is
have a
this on
great
the
time.
Slowpoke Rodriguez version right now?
Yes, it is on the Slowpoke Rodriguez version.
All right, so
He's always hiccuping his booze.
Oh, yes, he's drunk.
So it's a Secret Santa for everybody involved. I made everybody already go ahead and draw names. The way we play the game is you're going to name the gift you're giving first. Then everybody has to guess who you're giving it to. And then next man go next.
And then next man go next.
And then next man goes next. So I will start. My gift I got for a certain someone.
It's $1,000 cap.
Oh,
right?
and there's $1,000 budget.
Right.
My gift is a very, 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 very large pair of pants.
A big pair of pants for a big man, possibly?
Maybe.
But Ed's not here.
Ed's not here.
So Ed's not included in this.
Ed's not included in this because I didn't write his name down on the paper. So who do you think I gave a very, very...
Marcus! So he looks like a clown!
Ben Kissel.
Very good. I got it from Jose Bank.
Wow.
I got him a pair of pants
Oh, he
from
has
Jose
a new
Bank.
tweed blazer on. Is that from Jose Bank?
Everything is Jose Bank.
Is
But I
it
feel like he's
really?
always wearing jeans with it. He's going for the casual boy thing. But
Right.
I want to give him a pair of slacks.
I would like a good pair of slacks.
slacks.
Yeah, thank you.
Breathable ones.
That's
Not
best.
polyester for you,
sweat.
my
Yeah,
friend.
that's great. I love that. Thank you so much.
You're very
what a nice
welcome.
gift. I'm so happy.
It is nice.
Yeah.
All
Couldn't
right,
be more thrilled.
Kevin, $1,000 budget. You've already drawn the name. Nobody knows who you got.
$1,000 budget though.
Yes.
You got one pair of pants for me.
From Jose Bank.
That's a cheap store.
No.
the whole
You
point.
can get really fancy pants there. Oh, they didn't let you into the back room. No, you
No,
smelled
no,
too
no.
bad to get into the back room.
You were afraid that you were going to go in there throwing sheep around or like kicking over fences and stuff.
Right.
And besides, you shouldn't be questioning what somebody gets you as a gift.
I
That's very
know.
impolite.
Especially when it's imaginary.
Boy, you
He
didn't
thought
spend
of
enough
you,
money
man.
on this,
Yeah,
huh?
you did.
He's trying to cover up your horrible legs.
Oh, right.
In any
Thank
way
you.
that he can.
That's very nice, Kevin. Thanks so much.
He cares about you, man.
He does.
Kevin?
My gift for this person will be the hand of a prisoner of war. Now,
Ooh.
it can be any war, you know, considering at this point we can travel through time. It doesn't matter. It's fluid.
Marcus
Okay.
Parks.
I would
it's
say
not
it is
Marcus.
Jackie Zebrowski.
It is Jackie.
I know.
Yeah. I almost said hand of Asian prisoner of war, but I felt it was too obvious.
Circle
Oh, my
gets
goodness.
the square.
Okay, so but all right, so now that we all know it's me, if you're gonna choose a prisoner of war, what war would you pick?
Yes.
Really? She's a giant?
That in the
Yeah,
end, he
there's
knows
been a
How
lot
is
of
that-
Chinese wars, though.
Yeah.
Their
Like-
hands are so small. So it's like, is that enough of a trophy?
It's, well, you know.
Can we do
Trophies
it?
come in all
human
sizes.
hand, Jackie.
Human hand, yeah.
What about a future? Can we do it from a future
We can do it
war?
from the future wherever we want.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Chinese-American war. We can go from the Sino-Japanese war.
Chinese-Australian war.
It'd be fun to mix it up with some Asian wars.
Yeah.
It's all Middle East. It's getting boring.
Yeah, we need to mix it up. Let's go invade China.
You know, we should fight is goddamn Canada.
I agree with that. They got fat squirrels. They'll never see us coming.
Kissel.
Let's see here. The gift I would like to give involves wild animals, live animals. One is a horse and another is a bird, and they are friends, and I will give them as a combo pack to this person.
Kevin.
To Kevin.
Kevin Barnett, that is correct.
A bird, a
That is
horse.
very nice.
It's amazing.
That's right, but the bird and the horse are friends, so that's kind of fun.
That is very good.
Nice. See, now that takes a lot of thought, you know, because he's got to train the bird and the horse for a long time. Mm-hmm. Are horses and birds natural friends?
They help each other out, man.
Well, they always pick the like
Yeah, they pick the
like
insects up.
either bugs off out of the fur of the horse, or like if a farmer has been like, come on the back of one, a bird will come and pick all the flesh.
And
that
if the
come
horse
on the
has
back
a
of the
message for another horse that's on the other side of like a large lake or something, it can whisper the secret to the bird, and the bird will take it to the other horse.
I forgot to mention they are both animated.
Oh, wow.
They are both cartoons.
surprisingly almost thoughtful gift,
Yes.
Benjamin Kissel.
Yeah.
No
Thank
problem.
you, man.
No problem.
Very
You
positive.
ever watch great footage of hippos as well getting their teeth cleaned by birds? That's kind of fun.
That is really
Birds are
fun.
the toothbrush of nature.
Yeah.
They are.
Amber Nelson, you were drunk at best.
Yes, at best.
What-
Gift? The gift I'm going to give, you know what, is $1,000. I would like to give 1 hour into the Build-A-Bird conference.
That would be Henry.
No, that would be Marcus.
It's got to be
Mark.
Who is it for?
It's Henry.
Yay!
She hesitated, so I just thought that
I'm
it
gonna
wasn't.
punch Hillary Clinton right in the vagina. Only because she's a fucking spokesman of the Illuminati, not because she's a woman.
Oh yeah, spokesman Illuminati. She spoke at the Bilderberg conference last time, but I feel like $1,000 gets you an hour.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
maybe.
yeah.
Could be.
Get you an hour. Jackie.
I'm gonna buy a bunch of silkworms. So these silkworms aren't just any silkworms. They are actually encapsulated with a golden spiral. So I'm gonna take the silkworms that I make drunk with the gold, and I'm gonna make them puke up their gold threads. And what I'm gonna do with their gold threads is I'm gonna make nipple tassels out
A
of
real
them.
Rumpelstiltskin scenario.
Yes, yeah. And I'm gonna say, who is this for? Who is this for, little worms?
Me?
And they're gonna make these nipple tassels, and then after the
She
nipple
got
tassels
herself.
are done, I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna look to the deer in the forest and be like, can you find me a hornet's nest? And they say yes, and they're gonna go out, and I'm gonna pay the deer to go out and find a hornet's nest, and I'm gonna write princess on top of the hornet's nest. I'm gonna create it into a turban so that this person looks like they could be ethereal and could do the oriental dance of anyone throughout the Middle Eastern countries.
What's happened?
Who's the gift for? Is that for Mark?
What is the gift?
No, it's for Amber.
No,
It's for Henry.
It's for Holden?
It's for me?
for Holden McNeely.
Wow.
That is really
to have his nipple
special.
tassels. He's going to have this special turban, and I will teach him through my new Turkish stepmother to do the Turkish Oriental dance.
How's that going, by the way?
Well, she's stuck in Turkey. She can't get here because turns out they're trying to start World War III. So can't get over here. But when she does, she's gonna teach me how to dance that dance.
Cool.
And I'm gonna teach you how to do it, Holden. And then you're gonna have the tassels and the turban to do the dance.
She's a double agent, this woman.
Could be.
Henry Zebrowski.
At this point,
What's wrong with you?
Right into the. You turned into the mic to do that.
I think it's obvious at this point who my gift would be for, but I decided this beforehand, and the present I wanted to get was a dog that was trained to bark when someone's vagina smelled too bad. It was going to be for Amber.
Isn't that nice?
Because you think,
so much.
yeah, that's actually a pretty good gift for
That's
her.
a good one because mine stinks pretty bad all the time.
Yeah,
But
so you
but
get
that's the thing, you can't smell yourself.
you
can't.
can get a
The
dog that just goes,
can.
Oh my God! Somebody clean her vagina.
Yeah, but seriously, here's the thing. Sometimes I can smell my pussy, and I don't know if other people can. Have you ever smelled my pussy?
no.
Okay, good. Great. Sometimes, you can, like, smell it. And when, like, I'm on the train, I'm like, other people sitting below me, they can smell it.
Who's sitting below you on the train?
Yeah,
Like,
where are
I'm
you?
standing up and holding on,
Oh,
and they're
you've got
sitting
your
down.
face. Okay,
and I'm
yeah.
like, I know they can smell my pussy. I can smell my pussy from here.
Right.
So what that must be for them is hell.
I don't, it's weird.
Unless
I don't
it's
feel
the-
like I've ever smelt one just out in the streets like
Yeah,
that.
I've
Yeah.
been
Oh,
like,
I
oh,
have.
But
Yeah?
Yeah, I've definitely smelled some cooter. Like, a woman who... like, a woman who, like, leaves her tampon in for too long?
Yeah.
Yeah, you start... That...
It gets
yeah, I'm
rotten
sure like
inside
a
your
homeless
body.
woman or something, you can smell it.
I've
Yeah.
never smelt that ever. Everyone
Really?
I've been with has been so, like, clean.
Oh
and
no,
nice.
there's been time where
Yeah,
it
no,
fills
it's not
the
anyone
room.
that I've
That's
ever-
what I was gonna say. It's like it's
Yeah.
weird if somebody has that and then like when it's just out in the air, it just fills the room and it's horrible. But then like I've never just in the street smelled it.
I mean, on the train, definitely.
I just never smelt that.
I clean myself pretty regularly, but there's,
I'm not saying you
I'm
don't.
a human. There's a couple days I don't, and I sort of sleep in and whatever, and like
Well,
grate
yeah, you
cheese
don't
on my
always-
pussy. But and then I wake up and then it smells bad.
That's fine, though.
It's also a diet thing too, and not even like if
Yeah.
you're eating bad, but like there's like vegetables that'll make it smell.
Yeah,
bad.
tomatoes make it real
Really?
fragrant. Yeah.
Really?
No, I think
I love
tomatoes are good
tomatoes.
for it.
I thought tomatoes are bad
no,
for
because
it.
the vitamin C helps turn it around. Cabbage is bad. I feel like broccoli is
Okay,
bad.
so like
Pussy
all
smells?
like Eastern European foods.
Yeah, all that shit's bad.
No,
get
you
you.
just take a fucking slice of lemon and shove it right up there.
Oh, like a
Vodka soda.
Yeah, like a soda.
All
But
right.
I would appreciate a dog though to bark, because at least I would know. You know, I was on a film set the other day, and my underarm hair was so bad, and I smelled so bad that we had to like take 5 for the costume designer to shave my underarm hair.
So it was a problem for you in your career.
Yeah. It was pretty embarrassing. And I had to do it in front of everybody. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And it's like, meanwhile with the buzz, it's like, where? And I had to immediately go on set. You know.
I remember hearing about like.
So they sheared you like a sheep.
Absolutely.
There was somebody who was, I forget who it was, and I wouldn't say the name anyways. I forget who it was, but someone who was like a big like MTV host. One of these chicks that was like one of the big MTV hosts for like however long.
Kennedy.
She
Daisy Fuentes.
Daisy Fuentes.
Love her.
It was totally Daisy Fuentes. Keep going. What's your best Daisy Fuentes story?
Basically, this wardrobe person at MTV, because I used to do a lot of MTV stuff because I've had a long, successful career, and and so they apparently the wardrobe person was like, "Yo, so and so her pussy smelled so bad that we literally had they try to return the clothes or whatever. They'd have to throw it out. Everything that she wore, they'd have to throw it out because her pussy would just." Fucking the smell would stain every part of the pants.
At least give it to her for free.
Yeah, either she would take it or they
Who
would
is
just throw it
this?
out.
Who
I
is
can't
this
remember.
Daisy Fuentes.
It was definitely Daisy Fuentes.
No.
Why would that happen? Why would make your vagina? What would make the vagina be like that?
Poor
They don't
choice.
clean properly.
Okay, so now
Well,
down,
if you
we
have
got
a yeasty or whatever.
as far
it
as the
reeks.
women, we got Kennedy, Daisy Fuentes, Downtown Julie Brown.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah, Downtown Julie Brown. We've
Downtown
got-
Julie Brown was not
Got a
was having
bad
problems
downtown.
with sanitation
Downtown, that's
issues
why they
downtown.
call her downtown. Yeah, you got
sanitation situation.
Carmen Electra. She did some stuff for a
No
little while.
way her
No
pussy
way,
smells
her
bad.
pussy
It was.
smells
I
bad.
can't, man. I just
Jenny
fucking-
McCarthy on
No
Singled
way.
Out.
Oh, she
No
dated
way.
fucking Jim Carrey. He loves nice pussy.
Yeah, he's always writes on his blog, I need
Yeah,
my
people
pussy
kill
to smell
themselves
good.
for that pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, man. Honestly, even if you said it, I wouldn't know just because
Yeah,
I hear
it's
so many
like
stories
that's gone.
about
You
those
just
people.
remembered
Oh
the
my
fucking
God,
bad
you gotta
pussy.
know.
I literally can't. I wish I could.
I heard that
we'll
Nick
do it on
Nolte
the-
smells like throw up.
I believe that's probably true.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
I heard the guy
Martha
from
Quinn.
Honestly, I would. Even if I'm saying I
Martha
would.
Quinn, she's so attractive.
Samantha bad pussy smell. Was it her?
Who's that guy
Native
in all the
American
Taken
woman.
movies? The guy in all the Taken movies.
Liam Neeson.
He has the second biggest dick in Hollywood, from what I hear. And the first biggest dick in Hollywood is the guy that was he was the bad guy in the Spider-Man movies. He has that fucked up thing.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe has the biggest dick in Hollywood.
Heard
Liam
that.
Neeson the second. Yeah.
Yep. Heard that.
I've heard that from costume designers.
All right. So that's been this episode of the Roundtable of Gentlemen. Kevin will think on who has that issue over there at MTV, and we'll discuss it next week. That's Jackie Zebrowski. You can find her on Twitter at Jack the Worm. Henry Zebrowski is on Twitter at Henry Loves You. Find Marcus on Twitter at Marcus Parks.
Got some exciting stuff coming soon. I just started a Twitch page, Holdenator's Ho, so come find me on that. I'm going to start doing Twitch streams coming real soon. I'll let you guys
I don't know
know.
what that means.
Tabitha Soren.
Nope.
Do you like Tab?
It's.
Kevin's on Twitter at Fatboy Barnett. I'm at Ben Kissel. Amber is at Amber Smelson.
Yeah, and please watch Almost Genius. It's coming out on True TV, and I need to not go back to temping again. So watch it, please.
But you like temping. It's like a challenge
Yeah.
to everything you ever believed in.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
fun. It keeps
it.
you humble.
For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to cavecomedyradio.com.